So having said that, I actually wanted to not be alarming but informative. So adding to this information, sorry guys, if I can't have the opportunity to talk, I kind of get lost and I'm just improvising. And yeah, so it's important to me to say how dangerous the beginning of the feminist movement was. And it was a time where women were already like kind of safe, kind of rich, kind of happy-ish. So there were people who gave money that were feminine. That's probably what made this possible overall. And it was about the right to vote and to like have a say in politics. That's like a principle. You're not gonna stand in a crowd and yell at somebody if you don't want to support a cause. And there are a lot of ways like to act politically, and that's also something you can research maybe a little bit more. For me, this what I'm seeing is a very angry mob, especially in the US, that has no political training, but what is answering is very political. So I do see, I start feeling uncomfortable with my rights, and I don't think there is something like women's rights. There is like this right as a citizen, and that's not the gender at all. And that's the wrong communication even for me personally. And also the Republican men, they are very patriarchal, and you need to learn how to talk to a patriarchal American, as well as you need to learn how to talk to an Islamic Turkish patriarch. There's very different way of reaching that person. It's a very different target group. Okay, you're not gonna, like the congresswomen do to a lot of senators, just make them more angry. I mean, you can be very angry, but just don't make them angry. There's difference in the communication. Just like I can be confusing, but I'm not gonna confuse you. Probably that's what I'm doing right now for you guys. I'm a little bit confusing because there is not an easy understandable message, but I'm questioning things, so there is no extra need for me to be answering, because I am asking what is going on. And like my grandma, Materna, she was a little bit my hero because she's a free woman. Like she's born in 1935. The right for vote was votes was a thing in 1920. I'm not 100% sure even. Just being a citizen. I know that this also comes from people who are younger than me and to don't probably have this generation around. And also in America it's been probably different than in Europe. But emancipated women were really having a rough life. Like my grandma had always give to other people, and she had to stood her ground more than other women who were like weakish and trying to obey the man. And she was like in politics, like she was part of a party, and they had to go to the country little senate thing like 1 year only, and she was very free in a lot of ways. Is still very free for a woman nowadays. She like likes to bathe and sunbathe naked. That's in Catholic Austria a brave thing to do. Not now. It's like 2020 is perfectly fine. But 1980, guys. So I know what like emancipation and an emancipated woman in the last century. There was a price for emancipation that was paid. And my grandma, she was married to a very modern and intelligent man. And he was not feeling less because the woman expressed herself a little bit. And also politically, and he knew that she has to work, and so she had a good husband basically that made this feel possible. For other women it was not the same, and still not the same. Just I'm looking around in the I was looking at couples, I'm not seeing emancipation, and I've been single and I've had abusive boyfriends. And why is this not minoring women? And then on the countryside, I've been really stalked, attacked, touched, spit on the last years, and there's no resonance, and I'm sharing it. Like my neighbor even laughed at me after a guy told me I should have lied down and like been hit by a train, and he thinks he can still find me sexy and flirt. It's an old ugly guy, and if I'm on my balcony I cannot just have my peace anymore. And so for me this is a security problem. Like our grandmothers and great-grandmothers and great-grandmothers and their families paid a big price for women to be citizens, guys. It's not saying equal. And actually, there is no equal. There is just like have to be treated the same before the law. But like a man will not want to live with a man if he is into women. And men have ruled the continents for hundreds of years. And there was no such thing as emancipation. And it does come up. Just an angry guy. Just like I'm saying with the police. Just don't make an angry guy more angry, please. I don't want to read about this dead body again. And I don't feel safe as a woman. I've never felt safe as a woman. Just on the streets sometimes. Or in public trains. Or in foreign countries. Just the way how Turkish men acted. And I'm very Americanized. For sure. I'm not traditional Austrian Corinthian, even though I know the Corinthian and I can live it, and it's my heritage, okay? I'm not less Corinthian because I'm Americanized, and like Turkish men don't drive taxi for me. Like I cannot get a cab anymore. That's how I'm treated because I'm not obeying in the way that they like. Just like my grandma did not do, like my other grandma did not do, like my mom did, but she paid a big price. And I'm not gonna be made smallish just because I'm soft. But as I said, there's this kind of intelligence and this kind of softness, and together it's a good team. And I don't have to be intelligent if I'm asking for a cab. It was 5 a.m. in the morning. He looked at me and he said, "It's not gonna drive me anywhere," and he was gone. And I'm seeing like things happening and in politics, also in the European Parliament, you can watch it live, that are not coming from what I see as true in my country. There's no equality. There is no such thing as men who are like women. It's not happening.